Today we are going to discuss total internal field. Internal field in solids. Now already we know the polarizations, different types of polarizations we discussed, and polarizabilities we discussed, electric flux density or electric displacement, D equals to E into epsilon naught. Now we know all these formulas. Now here we are calculate the total internal field. So for that purpose we are taking a dielectric material. Now that material, now this is the dielectric material. Now we are taking a capacitor. Capacitor means it consisting of two plates, one having positive charges and one plate having negative charges. Now capacitor, and it is connected to the battery. Now this is the dielectric material. Now we are assuming, now inside, now this is an atom at the center A. Now we are finding the total field at this point, A. So it's on the surface of the capacitor plates having some charge carriers. Due to some electric field is present at point A, and inside this also some charge carriers are there. Surface on the dielectric also some charge carriers are there. So due to this some field is present at point A. Now we are finding the total electric field at point A. So that total field is nothing but we are taking E total. E total is equals to E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus E4. So total 4 fields are present at point A. Now what is the first one? That is nothing but E1. E1 is the field intensity at point A due to the charge carriers on the plates of the capacitor. Due to this charge carrier some field is present. That field is nothing but E1. Next, E2. E2 is the charge carriers on the surface of the dielectric material. Means it is a positive plate, means automatically you are getting the negative, and this side it is a negative plate, so that we are getting the carriers positive. Now due to this some field is present inside at A, that is nothing but E2. E2 is the field intensity at point A due to the charge carriers are present on the surface of the dielectric material. And next coming to the E3. So E3 means now we draw some imaginary cavity inside the dielectric material. Now inside the imaginary cavity, so this inside also some charge carriers are there. So due to this some field is generated. That field is nothing but E3. That is the inside. Now here first one, plates, surface plate. Next one, on surface dielectric material, and third one inside the cavity, and the final one is the E4. E4 is the intensity on the surface field intensity due to the charge carriers on the surface of the cavity. That is nothing but E4 on the surface of the cavity. Now we have to find all these 4 values. Finally we have to add. We are getting the total internal field in solids. It's a very important question for 10 marks question or 7 marks they will ask. Now first we are calculate the E1. What is the E1? Field intensity at point A due to the charges on the plates of a capacitor. Now already we know the formula. Now E1 is equals to d by epsilon naught. E1 equals to d by epsilon naught. Already we know the formula. D is the electric flux density, that is directly proportional to E1. So that when we are removing, we are getting the proportionality constant. Without dielectric material, free space. Without dielectric material, we are taking this one. Now when a dielectric material is placed, so we know the relation already. D is equals to E into epsilon naught plus P. Already we heard that relation. We are used in the relation between dielectric constant and flux density. We use this formula. So first empty, after that we kept, so that the polarization vector increases, so that we wrote D is equals to E epsilon naught plus P. Now this is first equation and second equation. Substitute 2 in 1. Now substitute 2 in 1. E1 is equals to E epsilon naught plus P by epsilon naught. That is equals to E plus P by epsilon. Now what is the E1 is equals to E plus P by epsilon. We are calculated the. This is the field intensity at point A due to the surface of the charge. Due to some field is present, that field is nothing but E plus P by epsilon. This one is over. Next one we have to calculate E2. E2 is the field intensity at point A due to polarized charges on the surface of the dielectric material. Now here this plate is the positive charge. Now this is the negative. Automatically the charges are formed on this is automatically negative charges due to the polarization. So now E2 is equals to in the opposite direction the field. So E2 field get cancelled. Now we are getting minus P by epsilon. So this E get cancelled opposite direction. So that we are getting E2 equals to minus P by epsilon. Now this one is the third equation and this is the fourth equation. Next, calculate E3. E3 field intensity at point A due to the charges inside the imaginary cavity. So due to the symmetry, this E3 is equals to 0. Inside the cavity, due to the symmetry, there is the no field is generated, so that E3 is equals to 0. Next, finally we are calculated E4. E4 field intensity at point A due to polarized charges on the surface of the cavity. So the charges on the surface of the cavity. Cavity means we draw the inside part of this diagram, this surface cavity. Now we have to draw here. Now this is the now we are taking the cavity. Now these are the charges on the surface. First, now we are selecting the small elemental area. Now this is the small elementary area we are selected here. Now first we are calculated on this area, on the surface of this place and this place, how many charges are present. Due to that charges, how much field is generated. After that we have to integrate the total cavity on the charges. So we have to finally integrate dE4 we are calculated, we are integrated so that we are getting E4. So first we are taking the inside this is the cavity. Now this is the atom center at point A. Now we are selecting this is the small area. Now that area dA is the small elemental surface area. Small elemental surface area we are taking. It is making an angle theta and theta plus d theta. Now this is horizontal. Now when the field is applied in this direction, now here this is P. Now we are considering this is Q and this is R. Now it is making an angle theta and it is making angle d theta. It is making an angle theta. Now this is d theta. This is point P and this is Q and this is R we are taking. P, Q, R inside the cavity. Now this small elementary area is making an angle theta with the horizontal and theta plus d theta with the horizontal we are taking. So first we are calculate the dA. Now dA means what is that area, how much it is. So dA is equals to 2 pi into PQ into QR. So PQ into QR means 2 pi means 360. So in this, surface we are taking, so that 2 pi into PQ into QR, so that we are getting this area, surface area. First we are calculate the surface area. On this area how many charges are present we are calculated. First we are calculated PQ and QR. So for that purpose we are taking one triangle, this one APQ. From triangle APQ, now what is the sin theta? Sin theta is equals to opposite side by hypotenuse. Now we are taking the radius is R. So opposite side means PQ, hypotenuse means radius of the cavity we are taking R. So now PQ is equals to we are getting R sin theta. Completed. Next QR we want, so that we are taking this ARQ, it is a sector. So from this sector we are calculated the d theta, means from this we are calculated, we want RQ. RQ is nothing but from the sector we are taking d theta, that is equals, this angle is nothing but QR or RQ by R. This is the sectors formula in geometry we are taking. So now from this equation QR is equals to R d theta. Now this is the one equation and this is the another equation. We are substituted these two equations in this equation. So for this purpose, so we note some equations. Fourth equation is over. Now this is the fifth equation and this is 6th, 7 and 8. Now substitute 7 and 8 in equation number 6. Now we are calculated the elemental area dA equals to 2 pi. PQ is nothing but R sin theta. Next QR is equals to R d theta, that is equals to 2 pi R square sin theta d theta, that is nothing but dA. Now this is equation number 9. Next Now we are calculated the area. After that, how many charge carriers are present on this area? So now when the field is applied in this direction, so that the charges are get polarized, means the polarization is in this direction. So that what is the, when we are divided into two components, horizontal component is nothing but p cos theta, vertical component is p sin theta. Here polarization is along the horizontal, so that the charges on that area is equals to product of horizontal component of polarization with area. So that we are getting the total charge on that area. So that dq, that is equals to, so what is the horizontal component? P cos theta is the horizontal component when it is multiplied with dA. Now this is equation number 10. Now already we know the value of dA here. Now substitute 9 in 10. Substitute 9 in 10. Now we are calculated dq is equals to horizontal component p cos theta. Now what is the value of 9th? 2 pi r square sin theta d theta. So 2 pi r square sin theta and d theta. We are getting the, this is the charges on that surface area. Now already we know point charges. When the point charges, now when the field is generated, so that one formula is there, field E is equals to, only for that point charges, E equals to charge by quantity, magnitude of charge by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. When we are taking a line, when we are taking a sheet, charge carriers are many present if it is only for point charge. So now we are taking a, it's not a point charge, they are presented on the surface. So that first we are taking DE4. DE4. We are calculating the small elemental area, so that we are taking DE4. DE4 is equals to dq cos theta, means magnitude of cos theta along the horizontal only, by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. dq cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. This is the relation between charge and electric field. Now in the polarization, horizontal component polarization we are taking, so the electric field also we are taken as this one. Next, now DE4 is equals to dq, already we know the formula, replay in the placed dq we are substituted here, p cos theta, again cos theta is there, cos theta into 2 pi r square sin theta d theta by 4 pi epsilon naught into r square. Now DE4 is equals to pi get cancelled, 2 ones are 2 twos are 4, and r square get cancelled. Now we are getting p by 2 epsilon naught, we are getting p by 2 epsilon naught into cos square theta cos theta into cos theta sin theta into d theta. Now here, now we have to integrate, so that we are getting the E4. This is only on the small elemental area only. So